I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I just wanna make some money.
So ways to get the check, episode 3, right? And we here, and my guy, he's been doing a lot of different things, but today, again, we breaking down, he's making sweaters. We got a couple things in the back, but he's gonna show you step by step how to make these sweaters and stuff. But
even before that, right? Let's take it back a step when we talked about creating this ways to get the check. What we want to do, we kind of wanted to talk about things that we actually do,
right?
Not just things that we hear and things like that. We want to give game, but game that we have knowledge of.
Right, things that we're doing. Right.
Correct.
Or people around doing, people we bringing on the show doing.
Correct. So if somebody's going to talk about something they're doing, they would be here type thing.
Facts.
But today we'll talk about shirts because I create shirts.
Yeah, so before we show it, like, let's talk about how you got into that.
All right, yeah. So getting into creating apparel and stuff like that, this all was during COVID. Fan Studios started during COVID. We're about to have our 4th year anniversary to get birthday party. It's gonna be a birthday party, Cinco de Mayo, and it's coming up. But all this started around then, and obviously Fan Studios started first. I wanted to have some gear for Fan Studios.
Right.
In that first episode we did with Jason Fielden, the True Authentic Talent, and Pack Performance, I had a Fan Studio shirt I paid for, which I paid like $30, and I didn't really like how it came out. Not that it was bad, it was great quality, everything. I just didn't like the location and the size. So I was like, damn, that was $30 to get another one that you like, $30 more. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. So I was like, I'm already $90 in 3 shirts. Haven't even got to hoodies yet. Haven't got to hats.
Facts.
Let's just get some equipment and make our own stuff, right?
Facts.
Why not? It was just to make stuff for myself. And shout out to Johnny Black in DR in Dominican Republic. He has a bar business over there. He needed shirts. He reached out and I made it for him. And I shipped it out and I was like, I just made a sale without even trying to make a sale.
Right.
I could ship it to anywhere. This guy's wearing in Dominican Republic.
Right.
So I was like, why not? Let's just keep doing that, invest into some more equipment and started advertising it. You know, and then obviously that's the whole story where we got to the shop on Essex Street and all that, and then it just went from there.
Yeah, facts. Okay, so walk us through the process. Like, what was it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you were starting out, you know, getting the shirts, did you have anybody to go to or, like, any mentors, or you just kind of just started out cold turkey? Went on Google, went online, and just brought everything?
Cold turkey, straight YouTube, bought so much stuff. That's actually kind of funny. I want to see if I could show that clip later on. Everything that I bought, I have so much stuff. Yeah. And now I'm gonna do shirts and I only have one thing over there. So it's like, you just buy this, you get that, you get this, you get that, because there's stuff you see on YouTube.
Yeah.
So hopefully this shirt could help you eliminate that process and get right to details. But then again, the most important thing is what works for you.
Yeah, facts.
I found what worked for me.
Facts.
But I had trial and error with everything, a lot of mistakes and stuff, and go from there.
Yeah. So would you say you spent a lot of money to start this business?
I would say at the time, no. But obviously upgrading to the man and everything, you want proper stuff to hold up through. Yeah. More money has been spent, but to start it when I first did it, no, not a lot of money went into it.
Yeah. And I want to talk about that, like the price breakdown and like how do you price shirts, like how do you spend money to go buy the products and stuff like that. But before we get into that, let's go a little bit more, because I want to see the process myself. You know what I'm saying? Like how you do the shirts and everything. I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers want to see some people out there, you know what I'm saying, who just want to go and just do the same thing. Because it's always like birthday parties, weddings, like sweet 16s. People always want to get
kids,
shirts done.
You know, sports and all that.
Facts.
You want to show up. You want your whole family to wear his number and last name.
Facts.
Pop Warner, shout out to Pop Warner. But these basketball league wives, everything it's an arm and a leg to be buying this, you know, $40, $50. You could go make this yourself, and the whole family's gonna have.
Facts. And you started for yourself, and next thing you know, you ended up doing like a little business out of it, started selling shirts. So, you know, the whole point of this is ways to get the check. So you do it for yourself, end up starting something and make a whole business for yourself, you know what I'm saying? So let's go through that process. You want to get into this, or you want to talk about pricing first?
We could get right into it and make a few shirts and show them how it's done.
Yeah, let's do the process. Walk us through the process, and then we'll get back to the pricing afterwards.
So the first thing we do, the front's already done. The logo's already done, so we're just doing the back print with the cactus. The first thing we want to do is get it on the heat press machine to remove all wrinkles. So we want to put the hoodie down, face flat. Want to put it down here. Get it out the way. You know, want to remove all wrinkles, so you want to set it up. Get it down, touch it, make sure nothing from the bottom is there. Here we want to press it down now. You don't have to close it all the way. We leave it for a good 10 seconds. On the heat press, it has the timer. So we let it warm up, preheat it. So we're here, we got no wrinkles. You could use a lint roller to remove the lints and go from there. You could get yourself one of these to know the actual placement, but when you do it so long, you kind of get it to muscle memory. But for the first one, I'll place it here and show how it looks. So it'll be right here to find the center. You use that. Again, I'm not using that. I've been doing these shirts. I had 150 to go. I've done about 75, so I kind of know where I'm going. And what I like to do is touch over here. You can feel the collar right here, and that's the middle of the hoodie because you can see the line. So you kind of don't need that for this part. I put it right under the collar. You can feel it. I go up a little bit more, that way we can press it. We cover it with a Teflon sheet. And we close it all the way down and let that sink in for 15 seconds. The machine will beep itself when it's ready. The machine beeps, we open it up. We remove the Teflon sheet and always peel with confidence. Take it right off. So you peel it off, and something to know that's very important. So these are warm peel, warm peel. You can take them off hot. You don't have to wipe it down, let them cool down. Cold peels are good material too, but when it's a lot, you want to go warm peel because you just want to keep flowing and keep going. So after you remove it the first time, you want to press it one more time for some security. I just press it down. I don't close it all the way. I give it like a good 5 to 8 seconds, and I lift it back up. This is just my little trick. I don't think it's necessary. It doesn't really matter. And then right here, you have your stuff ready to go. You have the kid's design, colored himself on a hoodie. That's the front. That's the back. And then we just repeat the process. And you don't have to do it 2 times. I do it 2 times for my customers to make sure it's really on good and it's not coming off.
Well, that looked fairly easy. And did you say a kid designed that, the logo on the back?
Yeah. So there
How
was
cool is that?
There was a mascot contest going on at the South Orange East Elementary where everybody designed one, and then there was votings, and this was the one that actually won it. So that's how that logo came about, and that's what got me the job, because nobody knew how to get the actual drawing, because this is not a design made. Anybody can make you a design or something like that. This is something the kid drew up himself.
Turned the kid's drawing into a logo on a sweater.
Yep.
Make sure that kid gets one of those sweaters for free.
Oh, he definitely is getting his. He got a few t-shirts too.
Yeah, I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I'm about my cash, I'm about my cash, I make it rain. I just wanna make some money with the big bag only hundreds. While I sit back and I kick back with my little honey buns. I just wanna rhyme and say this with my homies.
Let's get back into pricing right now. Like, so how do you price your shirts? Like, how do you price, you know what I'm saying, sweaters? You know, like, how do you go out and like make business with people, or like kind of set up your deals with your clients? Yeah.
So you need to learn how to price. Pricing is everything. And the way you learn how to price is, well, the way I learned was try and error and getting burnt, doing all these things.
Right,
doing it wrong. But what I figured that works for me is I created an Excel sheet where what one shirt would cost me, one design, how many colors, what size, because small through extra large is one price.
Right.
2XLs, 3XLs is extra money because it's more material, so the shirts cost more.
Okay.
So I learned to just price one shirt, what it would cost me to make. Then I did 6, then a dozen, then 24, you know, but if you want 18, that would be the price from 13 to 24 shirts. That's the price for that shirt. So what I would do is what the shirts cost me, what the material cost me, what the time, get a nice little price with that, and then what you're gonna make on top, and that's what each thing will cost. Hats, sweaters, and that's how I got my price across.
So what's the profit like? What's the net profit like? Because I know you're saying $4 a shirt, so can you break that down? Give us like an estimate, you know, because like, let's say on average, I know you probably had a couple of deals here and there, you know, so if I had 50 shirts, what would be your profit on 50 shirts?
The profit on 50 shirts, it won't be too bad. I don't want to get exactly into numbers because like people get different prices, which I'm working on narrowing down. I don't want to say something now and then it's something else later. Like Fat Joe always says, today's price is not tomorrow's price.
That's a fact.
So everything changes. But your goal is to make at least 60 to 50%, at least half, 50% of the profit. Like if you put in $1, you at least want to make 50 cents back, You
want to be able to cover the price that you spent to buy the products
and make some,
and make a little bit of something.
But there's ways. I mean, I know people that go 1 for 1. If it costs you $7 to make one shirt, you could charge 14 because 14 is not bad, and you go 1 for 1, 100% profit.
Right.
But now, when the more is, the less you're gonna make because it's a lot order. You can't charge somebody $14 a shirt for 100 shirts. That's $1,400 compared to one shirt. You could charge 14 easily, maybe even 20.
Okay.
So it all bounces around. So it's kind of hard to say how much profit one thing would actually give you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's dope, man. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to be able to sit at home and do something like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially people who are crafty and stuff. Break it down though. Are you doing a lot of like you said? Are you taking people's logos and putting it on sweaters for them? Are you still working on fin gear and trying to push out the fin gear? Because I know you had that going for a little bit.
So as far as the fin gear, I like embroidery. I don't like the screen press for it, so I pay for that to get done. Okay. I go to other people. Shout out to Copeland, 4 brothers. I go to them for that. They take care of the fin gear for me. Yeah. So I reach out to them, and that's usually who does it for me. And then the other stuff I'm doing, I'm working with schools, companies, and things like that. Okay,
that's smooth. Getting the schools, that's big. Probably doing a bunch of shirts for the schools.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to stay away from the rush shoulders and the 1 or the 2 or 5 shirts, the birthday party shirts where you need one for the sister, one for the... I'm trying to stay away from that. I'm trying to like get big loads and just do that. Pause on that big load.
Yeah, right.
Pause on that.
Yo, it's funny, right? So what's the community like? Is there a lot of like people out there doing the same thing? Like, what's the support system like? A lot of people like working on shirts and shit. Like, well, my bad, I didn't mean to say that, but people working on different things out there. Is it a big community?
I think a lot of people out here doing this stuff. Maybe Destiny, I know she does her thing. AJ's on Essex Street. Omar, shout out to Hopeful Customs. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people doing it, but we all piggyback off each other. At least how it should be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing the birthday shirt, so I'll send it to him. A coach hit me up from North Andover. He needed...
That's what I'm saying. He can't get something done.
He needed 3 things done, so I sent them to my guy Omar. Omar got it done for them. When North Andover needs the 150 bulk, then that's when I could go provide. When they're going to do the big order for all the for all the kids, that's when I will step in. But, we just send people around, send it to everywhere. And... that's pretty much how it is. But there's a lot of people doing it out here, and there's enough for everybody. That's why I put this out. And even if it's not about business, right? You have your kids, you go into sporting events, different stuff. You want to label your cups, whatever, so you could just do it like that.
Yeah, so I don't think and I again, like, this is one of your side gigs. If you know my man Nice, he's got like multiple things he does for bread. So, and we'll get into that on another episode, and we're gonna talk about the W-2 job. But again, like, I guess for the viewers out there who just wants to get into this, like, what would you say to somebody who's just starting with this?
So, learn what you're gonna get if you're gonna do it for money, and then go out there. Don't just start selling right away. Know your product, know what materials work, and go from there. Now, if you want to do it for yourself, then you could go test with it, whatever, and find what works. Because it's you that has it. You have it on. Your kid has it on. You could quickly remove it or fix it. Right. You could go from there.
You got any advice for equipment to buy or things to start off with?
Equipment to buy. You just need a heat transfer.
All right.
Right. You want a heat transfer. I would stay away from the ones with the bolts on it, the little squiggly bolts.
Yep.
If you're gonna be doing it for business, because if you're gonna press a lot, those things tend to damage. You want the ones with the springs. You want to stay away with the ones with the springs. But if you're doing stuff for yourself, that works pretty fine. And again, it's just knowing your budget. Just because you bought a $1,000 machine doesn't mean you can't do what you're gonna do with a $200 machine. So it's just learning, knowing your budget, buying what you gotta buy.
Facts.
I'd rather upgrade than to buy something really, really expensive and it doesn't even work out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Hey, And okay. My man Nice out here with the shirts and stuff like that. So if you need a shirt, if you got some big orders and stuff, holla at my man right here.
You already know.
For the schools and stuff like that. If you got any leagues and stuff like that, if you need 150 shirts. And of course, if you want to be pointing a different direction, he just said he got the community, so he'll point you in the right direction too. You know what I'm saying? So, word. But we out, my peoples. Ways to get the check. Make sure you watch, subscribe, follow. Brought to you by Finn Studios.